All right. Jays lose 6-1 in the final game of a 2-game set against the Cardinals at the Skydome, thus splitting the season series at 2 games apiece. 1-1 over there, 1-1 over here, perfectly balanced, as all things should be, etc. with the memes. And this one will be super quick, because honestly I don't have a whole lot to say about it, because there's not a whole lot of trends emerging from here. Adam Wainwright absolutely stymied the Blue Jays through 7 innings. Made them look pretty foolish. They weren't able to square anything up. He did a masterful job of mixing his pitches around. His curveball was great. He was able to spot the outside of the plate with his fastball anytime he wanted to. Great mix of pitches. He did a great job. Sometimes the other pitcher has success, and when he's this crafty and has this many weapons like Adam Wainwright does, this is the kind of thing he does. I mean, this was win number 191 in his illustrious career. Yeah, he's 41, but the kind of stuff he has is kind of timeless. I think this guy could probably pitch another 2 or 3 years if he really wanted to. Anyway, not great for the Blue Jays. They weren't able to square anything up, really, but guys who have this kind of guile and lack of velocity, honestly, seem to give the Blue Jays problems, which is its own kind of layer of consternation on top of this, but it's not exactly new, right? It's been all year. On the other hand, Gausman, again, wasn't great. He kind of battled a little bit. There was an implication that Danny Jansen might have been tipping Gausman's pitches a little bit, and that some of the more veteran hitters, say like Albert Pujols on the Cardinals, were able to pick up on that and kind of tip off the rest of the hitters. The first couple innings went really well for Kevin, but then all of a sudden, in the same way that we saw when Barrios was tipping his pitches, and then earlier in the season when Gausman was tipping his pitches, all of a sudden the chase rate on his splitter went down to 0, and that is a telltale sign. So, all things considered, things went okay for Gausman, considering that his pitches might have been being telegraphed, but still 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on his own isn't great. And then leaving a big mess for Trevor Richards to clean up, and he did not. Richards honestly threw pretty good. He threw one really bad pitch at a really bad time to Albert Pujols, and he put it in the flight deck out in center field. An absolute bomb. What is with these 40-year-olds winning the game for St. Louis? I don't know. It's one of those things, just kind of like, wave your hand at it and move on to tomorrow. And honestly, even if Richards doesn't give up that bomb, even if he strikes out Pujols there, it's still 3-1 Cardinals, and that would be more than enough because the Blue Jays just weren't going to score more than 1 run. And they got that 1 run on kind of a reach-at-nothing kind of, poke out to left field that barely snuck through the infield by Bo Bichette. So, it wasn't exactly a banner day for the offense is what I'm saying. But, when you score 50 runs in 4 games, I'm willing to give you a little bit of slack. And when you're going up against the bottom-feeding Detroit Tigers for the next 4 games, still feeling relatively good about yourselves, I think we can just kind of wave our hands at this one and say, GG Cardinals, we'll see you never, and let's move on with our lives. But that brings us to tomorrow night's game when it's Yusei Kikuchi, and who knows, I was calling him a coin flip earlier in the year, and it's a weighted coin flip, weighted on the bad side. So we'll see if he really has gotten over his advanced case of succitis. I mean, Richards went on the DL with succitis and came back and looked like his old self. So is that in store for Kikuchi? He asked, beggingly. But Jays lose, that sucks, no real emerging trends to be concerned about, so let's just dust this one off and move on to the next one. As for me, that's it. I'm all done with this very brief Dave on Jays. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing, etc. I will see you tomorrow for what should be a relaxing game with no notable events whatsoever.